If you would like your wig install to look something like this, or like this, keep watching this video to learn how to install and have the perfect melt. Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabby, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a step-by-step wig install tutorial. I'll be showing you guys how to bleach, pluck, and install a wig today. But before we get into the video, I would just like to let you guys know that this install requires no glue. I personally do not like to use glue on wig installs, and I'll get into further explanation later on, but let's get started. I ordered this 13x6 HD lace frontal wig from Amazon because mostly I wanted to prove that Amazon wigs are not as bad as y'all make them seem. It all depends on the company you buy it from and the reviews. First, we're going to get started off by bleaching the knots on the wig. Bleaching the knots on the wig can help it get that natural scalp look. You're going to need a mixing bowl and a brush, powder bleach, and 40 volume developer. You can use any developer between 30 and 50. I personally like 40. You're going to need to pour in enough bleach to cover the lace. I had a 13x6 lace, so I used a good amount of bleach. Then you're going to get your developer and you're going to add it in slowly until you get that toothpaste consistency. Toothpaste consistency will help the bleach not get on the hair. Next, you're going to grab some hairspray. I'm using the Tresemme or Tresemme hairspray. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I hope I'm pronouncing it right. You can use Got2b or any hairspray of your preference, really. You're going to spray the hairline of the wig to push all the baby hairs back. This is to make sure that there isn't any hair touching the bleach, causing it to turn blonde. You're going to want to apply the bleach carefully onto the lace. It doesn't have to be too thick of a layer, but enough to cover the holes in the lace. Once you got it all covered, you're going to want to let this sit for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, the knots should look something like this. Now you can wash the bleach off. Next, I'm going in with this purple shampoo that I got from the hair store. And I'm going to shampoo the roots to help tone down the blonde. Toning the knots can help it give a more natural look. This is how it should look after you tone it. It's not really much of a difference, but trust me, it helps. I like to use a white cap on my mannequin head to help me see the knots better. Using a cap is very optional, and if you don't have a mannequin head, you can use a white towel and you can put it around your knee and put the wig on the towel. It's okay, we all started there, I promise. Before I begin plucking, I part out a little section of hair by the hairline just to be able to save the hairline in case of any mistakes. For this wig, I wanted to do a widow's peak, so as you can see, I'm pulling out some of the baby hair to start as sort of like a guide. When I pluck, I sort of dig at where I place the tweezers. I also pluck in the fork method, and the fork method is pluck, skip, pluck, skip. Then I begin to pluck in the parts that I skipped. And always make sure to comb back the hair that you've already plucked. I do about 3 parted sections before I move on to the next section. And once we are done, we can finally start applying the wig. Unfortunately, this is not a cornrow tutorial. Therefore, I will not be showing how I do my breakdown or my cap method. Sorry, but you might have to go to another video for that and then come back. But for my ball cap under the wig, so I just put it on and I just slide it a little bit past my edges. I do not like the ball cap method because I feel like it makes the lace more visible, especially because of the extra layer. It would make cleaning the lace much harder, and I hate to say it, but it's eating up our edges. It is eating up our edges, y'all. It's the ball cap method. When you're doing the ball cap method and you have the glue on the ball cap, that is what's eating up your edges, baby. First step before applying the wig is cleaning around the area. I use these cotton pads and rubbing alcohol to clean the area from any extra dirt or oils. Once you're done with that, we're finally able to lay down the wig. Don't be nervous, it's not as hard as you think, I promise. Like I mentioned before, this is a glueless wig install. Every wig install I've ever done, I've only ever used spray. I don't like wig glue for many reasons. My main and most important reason is that none of them are long lasting. I have yet to find a wig glue that can make it past 3 days with care without sliding back or getting that dirty, tacky look. I've tried a lot of different wig glues and none of them have met my expectations. Using wig glue can also make the cleaning process on a wig a lot harder. With spray, you just run it under some hot water and it's off. Literally. But with glue, you really have to put a lot of elbow grease to take it off. And I mean a lot. Another reason why I don't like wig glue is the way that the wig looks when it starts to slide back. Oh my god. That is literally the worst thing ever. It looks terrible. Well, I'm not saying that lace spray will have your wig sticking down forever, but it won't slide back for a while. But instead, it would lift up. A con about using spray is that instead of it sliding back, it will just lift right up. But you can always get a little spray, put on your finger, dab it on the lace, and go about your day. That alone is one of the reasons why I prefer spray over glue. But let's get back into the tutorial. Here I am about to use lace tint from Dola Hair. I personally love using lace tint instead of makeup because too much makeup can really cake up really bad. It can really create that dewy look, if you get what I mean. You get what I mean? I think you get what I mean, right? You get what I mean. You get what I mean. But this is how it looks on the lace. It definitely helps blend in with your skin a lot more. Now before you lay that wig down, make sure the wig fits nice on your head. Adjust the bands and the clip in the back. I promise it will help. I usually crisscross the clips in the back to help it fit the sides of my head. Once that's done, you can start adjusting where you want the wig to lay. And I will get into more details about the wig and where I got it from later on this video, so just stay tuned for that. Here I am cutting around the ears before applying spray. Now let's get into the holy grail. This is the Even Extra Firm Hold Spray. I've been using this spray for years now, and it's always giving me the best results. So I just spray it on my hairline, and then I tap the spray into the hairline, and I comb through to help the lace lay flatter. Another method I use to lay the lace is to grab the end of a rat tail comb and push the lace down. Then I grab my blow dryer and I keep it at cool temperature. Once it's completely dry, and I mean completely dry, y'all, completely dry, you can now apply your band. I only keep my band on for about 20 minutes. I don't know how y'all are keeping your band on for an hour, 2 hours, sleeping with it. Y'all are insane. I'm sorry. I love y'all, but that is crazy. I promise 20 minutes will do. Here I am hot combing the sides to sort of tame the hair and place it where it should be. After 20 minutes, I begin to comb the hair that was under the band so that it isn't molded down. When you're doing this step, there may be flakes from the spray on your hair. All you need is an edge brush and alcohol to clean it off. Next, I'm going to cut the lace into 3 sections. And I'm going to grab an eyebrow razor that I got from the hair store. Before cutting the lace, I grab the end of the eyebrow razor and I lift up where there might be extra spray that got dried up and create sort of a guide to where I'll be cutting the lace. The lace upwards, get the razor, and I kind of apply a little bit of pressure and it should easily cut through. If you don't have a good razor, it won't be as easy. So go ahead and just get you a brand new clean razor. Next, you're going to clean up the extra spray with some rubbing alcohol. Use the Ruby Kisses foundation to help blend the lace even more. I have both 13 and 15 because quite frankly, I can't tell the difference. I applied with the small makeup brush. I ended up using the shade 15. And when applying, be very, very light-handed because it can cake up very fast. So please be mindful of how much makeup you're putting on your lace. Next, I'm going to grab the evening spray and put some on my finger and begin tapping it onto the lace. I use my finger to help control where the spray will go. For my edges, I was going for the fluffy look, so I did use more than I usually would, but I just parted out my 2 swoops and my sideburns, then hot combed them down. Oh, and if you guys see me yapping, that was just me on TikTok live. After combing my edges down, I put the band on for 10 minutes and then I begin my edges. Next, I grab my razor to cut the edges. And I do keep them a little long in the beginning just so that I have room to mess up. I'm going to grab this True Edge wax stick to help mold the hair in place. I just put a little bit and then I grab the hot comb to comb it back. No, I also grab my tweezers and pluck the edges, especially if they're too thick. Next, I'm going to grab a mini flat iron and I'm going to curl the edges downwards. Not upwards, but downwards. Then I get my edge brush, still with no product at this point, and I begin swooping my edges. This is to put them in place before I get mousse and apply it on the edges. When doing your edges, you need to swoop, then put your finger at the root of the edge. So what I mean is, you're gonna keep your finger here at the root and you're gonna continue swooping that way. So pretend like this was my edge brush, start the swoop, put my finger here, and swoop it that way. That is how you do your edges, guys. This way will help you control the swoop and make it a lot easier. Here I was just playing with my edges, trying to see how I would like them. Next, I'm going with this LA Color Concealer, and I put it on the wig to give the parts some more definition. Apply just a little bit with a small makeup brush, and it will make a big difference. Lastly, I'm going to get a spray bottle and a brush to give it the wet curly look. This wig was a 13x6 deep wave 30-inch wig from Amazon. It was 200 density and minimal shedding. Now, this isn't a sponsorship, this is just me putting you on. Amazon wigs are not horrible, you're just buying from the wrong companies. When buying an Amazon wig, you have to make sure you read the reviews. I cannot stress this enough. Read the reviews. Read the good ones, read the bad ones. Don't go based off all the good reviews, because majority, 9 times out of 10, those good reviews are sponsorships, which means they aren't completely telling the truth. But now I'm doing my final touches and we are basically done. I hope I was actually able to teach you guys how to install a wig and give you tips on how to have that scalp look. And if you'd like to see more of me, you can follow my social medias. It'll be on the screen or in the description. And make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye.